great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. This is episode number 864 of the I'm sorry. What's that? It's not 864. It's 876. I don't know what's going on with me. I can't type right. This is 876 of the Immigration Answer Show. How's everybody doing? Today is Saturday, July 26th. So hope you guys are all doing well. I'll change that later. I'm going to go ahead and get started right away. I see a lot of comments. I see everybody's here. A lot of our favorites are here. So hello. Hope you're all having a good weekend, and thanks for spending a little bit of your time with us. I'm going to go to Jack, then quick question, then Sohareb, but Sohareb has to turn off his camera. Jack, hello.
Good morning, Jim.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Hope your Saturday is good.
Yes.
Just a quick question. So I have a marriage-based green card application on file, and for now, we filed our documents in November of 2024, and March of this year, I received my work authorization.
Great.
So my question is, I know when our attorney filed the application, we sent in documents like some of our marriage pictures, like what we had, like our bank account. We had to get a joint bank account. Also the lease. I'm not sure if, like, as we're still waiting, should we continue like uploading evidences on the portal, or I don't know.
So I just made a video about this, and what my current advice is that most immigration officers don't want you bringing in a bunch of stack of documents to your interview because it's going to slow things down. So I would say that between the time you get your interview notice and when you actually show up for the interview, that's when I would upload all my evidence. I would still bring a copy of it with me, but I would give them new evidence, and I would upload it about a week before the interview.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're just waiting for an interview notice. So
good luck. Let us know how it goes.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. All right, quick question. Sohareb still has his camera on, so I don't know if we'll be able to talk to him. Hi, quick question.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Jim. And I wanted to ask you, like, which one you think is better, like, because the marriage or the VAWA case? I wanted to ask if this is a VAWA too, because this person married to a U.S. citizen, right? But like, then he's a abusive relationship, right? So you think the marriage for the more easier? He don't know if it gonna work. She hit him, bust his lip, and he got like pictures and everything to show that this happened, right? So you think that was easier, the VAWA case?
Well, VAWA cases aren't easy. VAWA cases are not easy. VAWA cases in which the beneficiary and the petitioner's email are all hard. So let's talk about marriage itself. How long has the couple actually been married?
August gonna be a year since they married together.
And what country is the beneficiary from?
The beneficiary from Belize.
And what was the beneficiary status when they married the U.S. citizen?
He out of status.
And then how much marriage evidence did they submit in support of the application?
From the day they met, they got evidence, pictures, everything from the first day they met to now, up to today.
Pictures are okay. Pictures aren't all that great. What about, like, do they have a joint bank account that they use? Do they have a lease together?
Well, no, because he he don't have no like documents, so he was paroled into the country. He was paroled into the country.
Why was he paroled into the country if he's from Belize?
Well, he came 2022 December.
Why?
He came and he asked for asylum.
Why did he need asylum from Belize?
Well, it's like you could say like membership in a political group.
What does that mean?
Like in the gang.
Okay, I don't think we're giving asylum to people from Belize these days.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a BS case.
So he gonna have to go through the marriage, right?
I'm not saying that. I would never tell someone to stay in marriage just to try to get a green card, but this person sounds like they're barely in the United States, that they don't have a good plan on how they never should have entered on parole. So this case has a ton of problems. Do I think this person is going to stay in the United States? Probably not.
Yeah, because he got court coming up right here.
Yeah.
But
I don't think, I mean, he can make a VAWA claim, but I don't know that anyone's going to believe it, because they're going to say you filed a bogus asylum claim from Belize. I bet the United States government hasn't given anyone from Belize asylum in the United States in 10 years. That was never going to work.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So Horeb is here. Hello. So Horeb, we can't hear you. Are you there? I think Sohareb's audio is screwed up. All right. Roger is here. Hello, Roger.
Hey, Jim. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. So first of all, thank you as always for the show. I wanted to ask a generic question. How much discretion does USCIS have to approve or deny an I-751? Just pure discretion. All?
All.
Okay. Do they weigh, like if my friend's criminal background is in play and it's dismissed, and then they get divorced after the I-751 is filed, do they scrutinize that more versus if they're married? Like, how does that work?
What's wrong with your audio?
Oh, I'm on the treadmill. I'm sorry.
Dude has wasted way too much of my time calling with all of his worries, and now he's calling me on the treadmill, which I don't mind people calling me on the treadmill, but he comes up with these outlandish what ifs. I just can't handle it anymore. Lucille, hello.
Yes, hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much, Jim, for taking my call.
Sure thing.
I have a question. I have two questions, if that's okay.
Of course.
Okay, so the first question being filing for a VAWA case. I was just wondering whether I have enough evidence to proceed with the case.
Okay.
I am still married to a United States citizen. By the time we got married, he wasn't a citizen yet. So after we got married, he moved to live with me in Canada for about 3 years. So I do have proof of that he did live with me in Canada. And after 3 years, we started having problems. He came back to the States and we were separated for a few years. And then eventually he wanted to work things out. So we started the relationship again. So I started coming to see him. Long story short, we've been married on and off for 14 years, but we lived together for 3 years.
Married on and off? Wait, hold on. Married on and off? What does that mean? You got married and divorced and remarried?
No, we've been married for 14 years, but we keep breaking up. After the 3 years that we lived together, he moved back from Canada. He moved back to the state. So we were not together for 2 years, and then we reconciled, but we never got divorced. And then I started coming to the States to see him. We started visiting each other, and continuously we started having problems, and things were not working out. The relationship was always one-sided. You do this for me or else. It was always one-sided. I just don't want to get into the details.
Okay.
So my question now is that a problem that we did not cohabit for 14 years long? It was just 3 years together in Canada. But the rest of the time that I've been coming to see him in the States, it's, 2 weeks here, 3 weeks here, sometimes a month and a half. Is that going to be a problem?
So, when did you last enter the United States?
January of this year.
January of 2025.
Yes, sir.
And at that point, well, when you entered, what was the purpose of your visit?
Okay, so what had happened was, because of the back and forth, breaking up and getting back together, we decided that he was going to sponsor me for the 100th time. So we started the application, and on January 25th, he was going to submit the application. I was willing to wait in Canada for them to call me and everything else. And then he told me that, after I submit this application, you won't be able to come into the state to visit me. Why don't you come visit me one last time? Because once I submit this application, they're not going to let you in. And I said, sure. So when I came in, then his true intention came out that, I need to start this business, being that I'm sponsoring you. You can just close your account and stay here, and I can do everything for you from here, and X, Y, and Z. And then the fighting started again, and that was the last time. So the purpose of my visit the last time I entered the state was just to see him one last time before he submit my application. According to him, they won't let me in after he submitted the application for me.
So how much time passed between the date of your entry and the date that you filed for the I-130?
So the date that I entered was January, and then I applied. So that would twine into my second question. And then I applied for the 360, the VAWA, in March.
So there was never an I-130 on file?
No, because according to him, we filled out everything. Everything was done. He was just going to submit it. But prior to him submitting it, he said if he submitted, I won't be able to enter the state until 15 months when they will call me for my interview or anything like that, right? So why don't you come see me one last time and then I'll submit it? That way, if we have to wait 15, 16 months without seeing each other, that's fine. And I said, sure. So he never submitted it.
Okay. All right. So you come in January and you go stay with him, right?
Yes, I did.
When did you move out?
The end of February.
Okay. And why did you move out?
Because I didn't want to continue to play into his manipulative tactics, his mind games about you're submitting sponsorship for me, but now you're telling me, being that I'm sponsoring you, why don't we open a joint account right now? You don't have to go back to Canada. Let's just transfer everything right now. You can wait here until they call you. It's easier. That was not the plan. Why are you luring me into the state on the false pretext, right? Because you want me to come and open a business with you. That was, this has been ongoing for 14 years.
This sounds like a very strange case. I think you have immigrant intent problems. It sounds like you don't have a ton of marriage evidence. You have a long marriage, but very shaky relationship.
Okay.
I think that, is there something more? So is there something more than just him trying to get you to open up a business that goes into your VAWA claim?
There is something more. There's more.
Does it involve physical violence?
There is more. Yes, there is more.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just don't want to get into the specific, but there is more that I have evidence of.
That's totally okay. And we don't have to talk about it, but okay. You're going to need a whole lot more than what you've told me so far to get this case approved. It's a very strange immigration history. I think they're going to be really suspicious. He's probably saying bad things about you to immigration. It doesn't sound like you have much of a marriage together anytime recently. So even though you've been married on the books for 14 years and you said you had 3 years together in Canada, there's no real American connection to the marriage. So I think this is a very, very tough case. Okay. Unless, and again, you don't have to say, unless you have tons of other relationship evidence and tons of evidence regarding abuse.
I do.
I'm sorry.
So
Well,
that's my first question.
I'll just say this. If you're fumbling around in the dark by yourself without a lawyer, you're crazy.
Well, that brings me to my second question then. If you don't mind, I don't want to take up time from other people.
We have an hour and a half, Lucille. The time is all yours, whatever you need.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. So when the whole thing happened, I contacted my best friend who was also my maid of honor at my wedding. I explained everything to her. I was going to go back to Canada, and she said, "You've been in this relationship for 14 years. You're going to walk away, go ahead and file for the VAWA. I know this lawyer, they're very good." So we went to see the lawyer. They were retained. I retained the lawyer for my case. All of my documents and evidence that I have, because we had already started filling out the application for him to sponsor me. So it wasn't hard preparing all those evidence. I already had them already. I give everything.
Do you have all the draft forms?
Yes.
So that might be
the
helpful.
Draft form of what?
If you could demonstrate that you put through in the process that you were starting the process, like, to me, it helps support your claim that it was a valid marriage. If you were working on the forms together and then he just refused to pull the trigger.
Oh yeah, I do have text messages where he said, "Oh, I went to the bank and we need supporting evidence. I went to the bank where we can open a joint account, and I've already gone in to get my affidavit." I have communications of that, and I have all the text messages that show that I had no intention of coming to the state. I was willing to wait in Canada until he sponsored me. Right. After work, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I have this ready. Let's just complete this form. I have all those text messages.
Right.
So I do.
Okay. So again, with the law firm, what's the question?
So we went to see the lawyer, and because I have all of these things ready, and I submitted it to the lawyer, everything was done on the 20th of March, 2025, and they took their time to submit everything. It was mailed out to USCIS on the 14th of April, and it showed that USCIS lockbox in Nebraska got it on April 17th, 7:30 in the morning. Mm-hmm. Long story short, 2 months later, we've not received a receipt notice. I contacted the law firm. They said, let's just give them some more time. So I was getting anxious because my legal time to stay in the United States, I didn't want to default on. I didn't want to overstay my time given to me. Yeah. So I was trying to work within my time because I can only live here for 3 months legally. I was trying to do everything within my 6 months legally. I was trying to do everything within my 6 months. So I was getting anxious. The lawyer wasn't really pulling his weight, trying to follow up. So I went on my own and I contacted USCIS to follow up what was going on with my application that was submitted in April. This was in June 20th. And then they're like, "We have no record of you applying for anything." They couldn't find anything. So they said, "Can you send an email to Lockbox?" I sent an email to Lockbox. Lockbox responded that they were going to get back to me in 30 days. It's been more than 30 days. They never got back to me. I'm calling the contact center multiple times. No one seems to. I did the inquiry. I'm not sure if my application was lost, but prior to me contacting immigration, I contacted the law firm and I was trying to, figure things out. And the paralegal sent an email to immigration to follow up on my application because it's been over 2 months, and accidentally, I'm not sure, emailed my friend who recommended me to the firm, including all of my VAWA file was copied in that email. And it's a long story. My story is a bit complicated. And I was upset about that because I'm not sure why you should reveal my private VAWA file to a third party without my consent. And these are some private things in there that, as much as she's my friend, she doesn't know half of the stuff that are in there, you understand?
Yes.
So I was quite upset about that.
Sure.
So yes, so that's my second question. What do I do about that?
Well, with all due respect, you have much bigger problems than the fact that your friend knows a little bit more about you. Like, I would put that to the side. Your fundamental problem is you don't have jack shit on file right now.
Yes, they couldn't find the file. It's been 90 days now.
So nothing's been filed. What does the law firm say? How did they deliver it?
So they sent me the tracking number of how it was sent to USPS. And so I went online to track it myself. And then it showed that it was mailed out on the 14th. And it was delivered at USCIS Nebraska lockbox on the 17th of April, 2025 at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And all the contact center employee I keep calling and chatting with online, not able to find anything. No one can find a receipt notice for me. Nothing has been received.
You need to refile like yesterday.
Okay.
You're 3 months out.
Yeah. Has this ever happened before for it to go this long without them receiving anything?
No, we usually wait like 6 weeks before we start beating the bushes or potentially refiling.
Okay. Okay. Those were my questions.
Good luck, Lucille. Sorry.
Thank you so much. Thank you for taking up your time. Thank you.
Bye. Hey, it's our old friend Clee. Hello, Clee.
Hello, good morning. You're such a wonderful person. I tell you, Miss Lucille, I pray for her. You are amazing. Amazing. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm here. Another Saturday, not a work day. But I just wanted to just ask you one question. 2 days ago, I called USCIS concerning my spouse case, and the young lady told me that they have an officer on my case. Do you think that is something good or bad or what? It's been 16 months now. I remember I told you about that.
So
What do you think?
I just made a video on this morning. It's called "Don't Believe a Word They Say." I don't.
Okay.
When nothing that they say about the processing of the case matters until the I-130 is approved. So I would put
Okay.
put no stop. I would stop calling them. I would stop waiting. Just when it comes, it comes. But
Okay.
you're probably very close.
Okay. I just wanna. I just like sometimes my little nerves kicks in, but I told you, I wish we can have like a president like you, calm, sweet, kind, loving, everything, all the above. But I don't want to keep you too long. You're
Thank
an
you.
amazing man.
Let us know.
Continue doing the best, and I will keep you informed with everything that's going on with me. All
Thank
right?
Have a good day.
You too, sweetheart. Enjoy your day.
Whenever I need to cheer myself up, I just need to talk to Cleve for a couple minutes. Rose is here. Hello.
Hello, thank you so much for taking my call.
Sure.
I am immigrant. I'm originally from Afghanistan, and I entered USA through the P1, P2, P3 priority visas entrance, and I applied for asylum and I'm granted asylum in September 2023.
Good.
I applied for green card, and my green card case is still pending, and it is in the process of, I don't know, I submitted my medical and everything. And in January, I heard there is a pause on asylees and refugees based green cards applications. And recently I'm seeing updates on my case, which is saying that I am ready to be scheduled for the interview. And it was a little surprising. I thought my case is paused. So I really don't know what that means. It means I'm still, if my case is going on, it is on the process, or it means it is paused on that stage. So I really don't know what that means about my case.
So nobody really knows, Rose, what the pause means. No, in other words, what we don't know is, does that mean they'll do everything except give the benefit, or does that mean like every stage is paused? In other words, do they not review the forms? Do they not schedule interviews? Do they not tell you a decision after the interview? So I think that you just have to wait and see, because right now the American Immigration Lawyers Association is trying to get some answers through litigation. And so I think that answers will be revealed, but right now we don't know what it means.
And if longer than, for example, till November, I think the November this year is going to be the date or the month that I see myself that eligible to have an official inquiry. So I really don't know, is it, even if it's paused or not, going from this stage forward, am I able to do an official inquiry in November?
They won't tell you anything. Official inquiries don't mean anything. Don't get your hopes up with official inquiries.
Oh, I see. Another question I have is about the travel ban. My husband is a permanent resident in Sweden, but he has Afghanistan passport. And by this traveling ban, he had US visa before, and 2 times, like applied for 1 year multiple, and after that renewed for another one. This time he's trying to renew again, but because of this travel ban, we are not really sure, should we apply for renewing the visa again or not? Maybe they just refused the visa, they say it is because of the ban, or should we just try it to see what could be the result?
I think it's a waste of money.
Um, Thank you so much for answering the questions.
Thanks, Rose. See you, kid. That was Rose. Let's see what's on TikTok. My form I-45 was approved, but my name was wrongly written. Please, what should I do? Well, if it's your mistake, you should pay for an I-90. If it's their mistake, you should file a free I-90 to replace your green card. How long is the I-751 currently taking estimated? About 2 years, but you're going to speed things up if you apply for citizenship. Nurse Laura was asking what I'm drinking. It's just water, Laura. Just agua. Kester is here. Hello. Kester, are you there? You're on mute.
Hey, how's it going? I think my I don't know why, but sometimes the speaker doesn't work, and in this case, it's just stopped working for me. But I wanted to ask, so I'm a conditional green card holder, and I'm gonna be filing for my removal of conditions in September, and I'm having troubles with my wife. It looks like she's not. I'm not sure, but she might not sign the joint waiver or the joint 751 petition. So I wanted to ask, can I file with my divorce waiver even though if I don't have a finalized divorce, or do I have to wait until the divorce is finalized? We have, I have uh, plenty of evidence for relationship and our marriage, and the fact that we've been living together, et cetera, et cetera. Just that the marriage has been going downhill, and not sure what the path would be for me moving forward. So yeah, I just wanted to ask about that.
When is the I-751 due? When's your 90-day window? Kester, can you hear me? He said he was having. Can you hear me, Kester? He's having some audio problems. Let's go to Ali. Hello, Ali.
Thank you, Mr. Jim. Thank you for everything you're doing.
Sure.
I owe you some money already. A lot of money. Okay, so I motion for administrative closure been granted by my immigration judge. 485 been pending since 2021. What do I do now? My I-130 is approved as well with my U.S. Born citizen wife.
So when did your case get admin closed?
3 weeks ago.
And it wasn't terminated, it was just admin closed?
No, actually terminated. Yeah, sorry.
So do you have a 45 on file?
Yes, I do.
Do you have a lawyer?
No, I have not.
Okay, so did you file the 45 in immigration court?
No, USCIS back in 2020.
And did they administratively close it?
My asylum is administrative close it. Sorry. Yeah.
No, I understand. But your green card case, a lot of times if you're in removal, they'll put it, the USCIS will admin close the green card application. Is that didn't happen for you?
No, that did not.
So do you know if the 45 is still pending?
If I check, it says it's still processing.
Okay, and the I-130 is approved?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to know my honest opinion what you should do?
Yes, please.
I would file a new 45.
With the new fee or just a receipt from the old one?
With the new fee.
Oh, and I-693 as well, the medical?
Whole new. I mean, you could spend the next year trying to get them to reopen that 45. That's why I say that.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everything you do, Jim.
What I appreciate you. What court terminated your proceedings?
Baltimore.
How long did it take for your lawyer to pull, or did you do that yourself, or did a lawyer do it?
Myself.
How did it, tell me how it worked, because a lot of people are having a really hard time with that.
It took about 1 month for judge to decide. I applied in June, middle of June, and was approved middle of July. About 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Did the OPLA attorneys oppose it, or did they just not chime in?
They did not oppose at all. No, just chime in, yeah.
Great. So you just sent them the I-130 notice, and
that's correct.
So
we have children together, so.
I know. It's just logistically, a lot of people are getting a hard time getting the judge to actually rule on it. Did you have a master calendar hearing or anything, or you just filed it?
I had a final hearing next year.
Oh, good. Yeah, but in this month when you got it terminated, was there anything on the calendar, or you just filed it in the mail and the judge ruled on it?
I had something in the calendar. I had a final hearing December 2026 on the calendar.
Right, but in this time period, like, did you file the motion in open court, or did you just send it in the mail?
I drop it off by myself.
Good for you. Good work.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, brother. Good luck.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Really close to getting that green card. We'd love to see it. Can I talk to you, please? Yeah, come on over to YouTube and find the Immigration Answer Show, and then you can talk to me, or you can text the word show to 314-470-3300 and talk to me. Ham is here. Hello, Ham. Ham, you're on mute. Hambone, hello. All right, I'm going to go to N400 question, then Ram, then Honest, then Maham. N400, hello.
Hi, Jim. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Good. So I have two questions, actually. So the first one is on the N400. There's a question that says, have you ever used other names since birth? So basically, my birth certificate has a different name than what I have used now. So basically, my green card, everything else is the name that I am using now. So I say yes to that, but then if you go further on to the N400 question, it says evidence of your name change. So that birth certificate name was never used in any, I guess, official capacity at all, basically. So if I don't have an evidence to show the name change, what did I put in that column or that particular spot?
So is the name on your green card very, very different than the name on your birth certificate?
It's just the first name, yes. So I was born in Singapore. Mm-hmm. So the first name is kind of different than what's on the. So basically, I was born in Singapore. I immigrated. My parents, in a way, immigrated to Canada. I'm a Canadian citizen. So since I started since I got my green card and everything in Canada, everything's the same name as what I have now. It's not my birth name at all.
Mm-hmm. So I think you're asking the wrong question.
Okay.
So in other words, when you were living in Canada and you got your Canadian passport, your Canadian passport does not match your birth certificate.
It does not. No. Mm-hmm. It's just the first name.
I know.
The last name is the same.
Yeah. So when you got your green card, they gave you the green card in the name of your Canadian passport.
Yes.
When you got your green card, do you know if you gave them a copy of your birth certificate?
Yes, I did. You have on the green card, it requires you to provide them with the birth certificate. So yes, they have that.
Hold on, brother. That's a different question.
Okay.
As we sit here right now, do you know for a fact that you gave them a copy of your birth certificate when you applied for your green card?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I don't think the question is, am I going to have an issue because I've used another name? I think the question is, am I going to have an issue because my birth certificate doesn't match my passport and my green card?
Okay.
Do you understand the difference? So just having a different name, like going as Jack instead of John, is very different than having a problem because my birth certificate doesn't match my Canadian passport. So what I'm saying is, I think they're going to give you some trouble for not having a green card or passport in the name on your birth certificate. They're gonna say, who is this person on the birth certificate? How do we know that's you?
Okay. So even though that was provided during the green card process?
Well, that's why I pushed you on that so much. I would do a Freedom of Information Act request and see, I would go over it line by line and see, because sometimes they might have done a background check on your birth certificate name. That would be helpful. So you're going to want to argue, hey, look, you fools are the ones that gave me my green card in my passport name, not my birth certificate name. Usually they go by the passport. So I'm a bit surprised that you didn't get trouble about this earlier. Did you get your status in the United States from the embassy or from USCIS?
U.S. state, from within the U.S. state, just no status. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do a whole FOIA and I would apply for my citizenship, but I think they're going to give you a hard time.
Okay. Okay.
So I would spend some time thinking about, how do I demonstrate how I came to be known as this other name in Canada and on my green card.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's my next step. There was to get the name change, or however that happened.
I don't know if I would start messing with that. I would just
Okay.
play it out and see what they say.
Okay.
I would spend more time not thinking about a name change, but about proving that I'm the person, that's my birth certificate.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Jim.
Good luck, my friend.
All right.
Oh, they're telling people how to find me on YouTube. Okay, great. I'm going to go to Ram. Hello, Ram.
Hi, Ram. Good morning to you, Jim.
Good morning, my friend.
Hey, thank you. I have been waiting for several months to talk to you. Finally, I got a chance. Hey, I'm a US citizen, currently living and working in Canada with my family. And we got married in 2019. My wife is from India as well. And I got my citizenship in 2019 in February. And then I got a job offer in Canada. I moved to Canada in 2019 July, and we got married in June. And prior to that, I had a prayer marriage.
What? A failed marriage?
Yeah, prayer marriage. And we took the divorce. We got married in 2011, and then we took the divorce in 2019 May. And I got my citizenship based on that marriage.
Okay.
And then based off the job offer, I moved to Canada, and my wife joined me in Canada, and we have a baby in Canada, and now he is 5 years old. And now I'm thinking to apply for her a green card in US, and I will be working with your team on that. And here, my question is, before we apply that, and we would like to take our son as a visit to US, to Disney and etc. places, can my wife apply for a visitor visa?
Anyone can apply for a visit visa.
Okay. And are there any chances? And I missed telling you one more information. In 2017 and 2018, my wife tried to apply for the F1 visa as a student. That was in 2017 and 2018, and it got rejected. I think she tried for 3 times or 4 times. I think it got denied. Would that be any impact to this visitor visa that she's applying here after 5 years or 6 years?
Did you know her back then?
No, I did not know back then.
Okay. I don't think she's going to get a visit visa to the United States, not because of a failed student visa, but because she's married to a U.S. citizen.
Okay. Okay, it's a better, your suggestion is to directly go with the green card application.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to apply for it and see what happens, but don't get your hopes up, and just make sure that if they ask you, are you married to a U.S. citizen, that she's honest, because what you don't want to do is put any green card or immigrant visa at risk just to get a visit visa.
Okay, so will that, say, for example, if she applied for a visit visa and if she gets denied, and will there be any negative impact on the green card visa?
No.
Green card, okay. No, right. Okay. Okay, so based on my scenario that I have explained, do you see any complications in the green card application?
Well, it's not a green card application. I mean, you're talking about doing an immigrant visa petition, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah, I mean, basically, I'm sponsoring green card for my wife.
Well, talk to me about so did you know your current wife at all while you were married to your prior wife?
So she's our family friend, but we never met in direct. But my sister got married in the same town where my wife currently lives.
The same what?
My sister got married where same hometown of my wife's hometown.
But what I'm saying is you and your wife weren't dating while you were still married to the US.
No, I wasn't.
And do you think the U.S. citizen said anything bad about you to immigration?
Oh, no.
How long were you married to that U.S. citizen?
About 6 to 7 years, I would say.
And how long of those 6 or 7 years did you actually live together?
About 3-4 years.
Why did it take so long to get divorced?
It's about the scenario, it's going back and forth on some issues and all. We couldn't come along to file that.
So it was just like a 3-year fight over the divorce.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't think so. I think it'll just, Canada takes a long time to get an immigrant visa, probably 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
2.5 years, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Okay, I got it then.
Thanks, Ram.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Honest is here. Hello.
Hello, Jim. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Thank you again. I called you in January and you bring me back to life.
Oh.
You explain me everything and you teach me what to do, and I'm good now. So
Good.
next year, because I changed my lawyer and my lawyer will be Jim, my husband will have removed conditional green card and contact your team. But meanwhile, I forgot in 2019, I made a petition for my daughter and I-130. And when I divorced, I changed my house and I didn't change the address. So I would like to ask you, does your office also take care of this? I mean, do I need a lawyer for my daughter?
Well, so did you file for your daughter or did your spouse file for your daughter?
I married and when I had the green card, my previous lawyer in 2019, she said, now you can file for your daughter. Now I am citizen in 2022. But she filed in I-130 in 2019 as soon as I got my green card.
How old? So what year was your daughter born in?
She was born in Italy. She lives in Italy.
Sorry, what year?
1986.
Okay, so she was over 21 when you applied for her.
Yes.
And so when did the I-130 get receipted?
I received the receipt in 2019, October.
Okay, and has USCIS approved the I-130?
Not yet. I saw that they were update 2 times, I see, but no, it's not approved. But I changed my address and I became citizen 3 years ago. But I don't know if I have to make any communication. I don't want to make mistakes.
I think you want to notify them of your address so that they send any notices to you at that address. They might send it to the old one. So I would sign up for electronic alerts. I would notify them of your new address. Do they know, in your daughter's case, do they know that you're a citizen already?
No, because my previous lawyer was not so good like you. That's why I contact you in January and you explain me what to do. And that's why I don't want to make mistakes before another time.
I think it would be a good idea to have a lawyer help you with your daughter's case, because I'm worried that they might send stuff to your old address, even if you update your address. And if you have a lawyer,
No, I didn't update.
I know,
because
I know.
Yeah.
You need to update your address.
Okay.
What I'm saying though is even if you update it, it's still have a lawyer, because they should get a copy of it too. That way there's two sets of copies going out, not just one.
So your office can make this too. I mean, I can hire your office for my daughter.
Yeah, and there's not much to do now, but you can hire us, and then we can, there'll be more to do later.
Yeah, I mean, so you have everything already there. That's,
Yep. Yeah. Just reach out to us and or just email me or whatever. I'm sure you have my email. Just email me and say we want to work on my daughter's case too.
Okay. And I have a question. In case I die, so she will not have a chance to come here. It's true.
Are you sick?
I have some heart problems.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just to know, because I have to fix, my life.
There's a way to substitute someone, but it's very hard.
Okay. And so another question, because when I contact you, it was because when I filed for my last husband, they said that we were approved, but for 3 months we didn't hear anything. Then you were very patient online. You made me a lot of questions, and you explained, you find out the reason. It was because my previous husband, he wanted to divorce 3 months. I mean, it was only a coincidence, but 3 months after I got my citizenship. So you explained me, okay, you are. They are suspicious that you married him because of to be a citizenship. So you told me that was a good idea that you did. And you told me you have to decide what you want in your life. So if you need to go to your previous husband and ask him to make a statement that, this marriage was real, to write down all the truth, of course, except he was not doing that the marriage ended because he treated me because of something very, very bad happened to my daughter when she was a child, But that was a very good idea of you. I was in shock, in really depression for 1 month, always listening what you told me. And then at the end of the month, I said, yes, I'm going to do that, because you told me, hey, you need to decide what you want in your life. So every time I go to sleep, I say, Jim say, you need to decide what you want in your life. So one time I take all my courage and I went to my ex-husband, and at the end of the day, it was really good, because it just was the reason why he went back to drinking, and he said he apologized for everything, and he wrote the letter that at the end we didn't need it because we were approved. But it's not only for immigration. You help also people that sometimes people go in a tunnel, very dark tunnel, and they don't know how to go out of the tunnel. It can end even in a suicide. And that's what was really, 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 for me, was a blessing to call you, besides the fact, of course, that I have a new lawyer.
Thank you so much.
I just wanted.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Thank you so
very
much.
beautiful. Yeah, thank you for all my heart, from my daughter too, because we have light again in life. So meantime, because of you, I met a lot of people that they need help. So I address them to your show, and they look your show. Some of them call, some of them not. But at the end of the day, it's really good to have somebody like you. But I have only one friend that is in a very dark tunnel. Can I ask you about him? So maybe he will have the courage to contact you about his case. Maybe there is nothing he can do. Can I explain you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so he was brought here from Liberia, and 30 years ago, when he was 7. And in the FOIA that he showed me, because I did like you, I make questions, I ask, hey, you don't have anything, I don't believe you. So he asked for a FOIA. In this FOIA, it's true. So it was true what you told me, that They brought him here, and in the FOIA it's written, somebody is the mother, but at the end of the day, she was not her mother. So she said, I'm going to adopt you, but she never adopted him. So at the end, this guy ended in the street. So my question is, do you think he was a refugee? I saw the picture, the guy's the same. He doesn't have an ID, he doesn't have anything. It's just, and his family, the one that said they were their family, they never, every time he was calling a lawyer, they were, no, I don't speak with any lawyer. They refused. So there is anything that a refugee, a child refugee, even if it is 30 years ago, he has only a FOIA on his hand, can do something for his life or nothing.
Does he have proof of his entry into the United States?
Yes. In the FOIA it's written. There is also written that he was sick, a sick kid. It's written everything. There is also written mother and the name, but it was not her mother.
Okay. So there's nothing to do based on the old entry what is this person married?
He is married with my best friend, but they don't file because they are scared.
Is your best friend a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if you have their FOIA, send me the FOIA and I'll look at it and I'll see if we have proof of a valid entry and he's married to a U.S. citizen. Did he ever claim to be a U.S. citizen falsely? Like say, yeah, I'm already a citizen.
No, but he was at school.
Yeah,
his adopted mother never adopted him, brought him in school. So he was at school. I know he was also in jail.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'd have to look at the whole picture, but it sounds like there's a path for him. It doesn't sound hopeless.
Okay. Because I think the biggest mistake, he was trying a lot, because I told him we need a birth certificate. So he was trying a lot to reach, but I think everyone cheating on him. They come out so many sisters from his country and they ask only money, and the birth certificate they send, I look on Google because you teach me some birth certificate are fake. They are all fake. All these people are not his parents.
Yeah. Okay.
So he needs to send you a FOIA.
Yeah,
and then you decide what to do. If there is hope or they just have to hide. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Do you think he has a 10% of hope or nothing?
I'd say 10%. Yeah.
10%. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'll contact your office again, and thank you very much again for bringing me light in my life.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
For the call. How about that? What a nice call. I like it when she calls. Clee and she make me very happy. Maham is here. Hello, Maham.
Yes, hello. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the good things we've been doing. And I think I've read comments under the sessions, and that's one of the things that drove me to also bring my case. So I entered the United States in September 2022 on an F1 visa, and then I traveled back to my home country for vacation, and then re-entered again in April 2024 prior to my graduation. And I graduated in May 2024. And then the program is a STEM program because it's a graduate program, so it's a STEM program. And then I got my OPT EAD, but because I had no job, I had to volunteer, and then it expired July 2020. It expired this year, July 2025, just this month, a few weeks ago. While on the OPT, I got married to a US citizen. At a point, things fell off. So, I would say after marrying, like within 3 months, things were not as I thought. And then I felt like the whole thing was a sham. So we had an issue, and then we divorced in March 2025. I already have my divorce decree and everything because it was an uncontested divorce, and it was an absolute one as well. So during the time where things were not—
How long? Sorry to interrupt, and sorry you got divorced. How long were you actually married?
Oh, so we were married. We married in August, and then we divorced in March 2025. So that's to say everything took like 7 months.
Okay. And when did divorce get filed for?
The divorce got filed in February, and then we got a date for the hearing, I think for like 4 weeks after we had filed, and then we got the absolute divorce on the very day of the hearing because we had filed for like a waiver of appeal and all that. So it was like straightforward.
Okay. All right. So what's the question?
Okay. And then, so I would say, even prior to the divorce, I mean, because we had already decided we were going our ways, I was seeing someone else, and then we were like, so we got married. So, I mean, I'm married to a new US citizen, which was in June 2024, like this year, which we are planning to file. But then because of the complications, I've been married before and then divorced and then getting married again and trying to file. That's been the reason here. And one of the reasons is also, I would say proud to even proud to getting married to the second wife. That is when I noticed like I had a daughter, outside the country. But with her, I've never been we were never married. Like we were seeing each other and then I think she got pregnant and then I have a daughter outside the country. That's what I would say. And she's just 2 as of now. Yeah, so I just wanted to know what it would be like. And the first one never filed for me. Like we never did anything. We never went that route to even file for like the green card. So
Okay. So what country are you from?
From Ghana.
And the child that you have, what's their month and date of birth or month and year of birth?
The month and year of birth is May 12, 2023.
Okay. And when did you get your student visa to the United States?
In 2020. So I got my visa in May 2022. And then I entered the US September 2022.
And then you said you went. So when was this kid conceived before you ever came to the United States?
No, that was after I was in the United States. So
you went back for that. When you went back for that visit?
No. She was conceived after. Yeah, I would say. So I went back in 2024, but then she was conceived in 2023. So I had the news when I came back. So I would say I had the news like this year. Because I never knew when I was back when I went again for the visit.
So you said you came in September 2023. Was the kid conceived after September 23 or before?
No. So I entered the country. My first entry was in September 2022.
Oh, okay.
And then, yes, 2022. That was when I came for the studies. But then I went on vacation, went back in 2023. 2023 April. Sorry, 2024 April. And then re-entered again in April. So like 1st April. So it was like a 1-month trip in the country and then came back prior to my graduation.
So was the kid born or conceived during your vacation?
No, it was before my vacation because the kid was born in 2023 and I went for the vacation in 2024.
So I've been trying to establish the kid was conceived before you ever came to the United States.
No, my first entry was in 2022, September 2022.
Okay.
But the kid was conceived in May 2023.
And you were in Ghana in May of 23?
No, my second going was in 2024.
How are you the father if you weren't in Ghana in May of 23?
No, so prior to leaving the country, that's what I'm saying. I was seeing the mother in the country already before I even traveled to come study in the United States in 2022. So I was in the country in 2022 September. So May 2023 was when she was conceived. So I went back on vacation without knowing. That's what I'm trying to say. Until I came back again, and then I was told that, hey, I think it's because I was schooling and all that. I wasn't told anything because they thought I was in school.
I don't care anything about when you found out for the purposes of what I'm asking you.
Okay.
I'm just trying to establish you were in Ghana at the time the child was conceived.
No, I was not.
Then how was the child conceived?
Oh, sorry. I think the confusion here lies. I was like, The concept. I mean, she was conceived in 20. Yeah, she conceived in 2022. But I was never like I never knew when I was in the United States. That's what I'm saying.
I don't care about that. So just to be clear, I'm going to ask you one more time.
Okay.
You were in the country, so she was conceived while you were still in Ghana.
Yes. Sorry. I think the confusion lies between. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
No confusion on my end. Confusion on
No,
your end.
I was confused. Yes. Sorry.
Okay. So again, was she conceived before or after you had your student visa to come to the United States?
She was conceived after I had a visa to come to the United States.
Before you came.
Yes.
So there's no misrepresentation on your F1 visa as far as if they ever asked you to list any children, right?
Sure. I never listed any children as of the time.
Because you didn't know.
No.
And because there wasn't one. There wasn't
No,
a child.
there wasn't two. Yes. Because I remember the visa was approved in May 2022. And then I came in 2020. I left the country September 2022. So as of the time I was filing for the visa, no conception.
Okay. Okay, got it. Okay. All right. So the spouse in the United States, the first spouse never filed for an immigration benefit for you.
No, we did not.
Have you thought at all about getting that marriage annulled instead of the divorce?
Oh,
it was a very short marriage.
Yes, it was a very short marriage. And I think as of the time, maybe it's because I didn't know in the advice, was because I think my understanding of it, as of the time for the annulment was the fact that like nothing had happened. It's not as if like it was an abuse. I think that was my thinking and what I had
Okay.
read.
All
So
right.
it went to divorce.
So the divorce became final when?
Yeah, the divorce became final on 21 March 2025 this year. The hearing was on March 19, 2025, but we received the final divorce decree on March 21, 2025. So I think it was finalized on the same day. I remember the judge was saying everything finalizes today, but they will receive the record after 2 days.
But the relationship you started with this new person, was that before or after you were divorced?
I would say it was before, but I would say during the period we were in the separation period. Even though we lived under one roof, but it was a separation. It was like we had nothing ongoing at the time.
So there's no such thing as a separation period if a couple is living together.
Okay.
So you were having a relationship with wife number 2 while you were still legally married to wife number 1 and living with wife number 1.
No, so that was as of the time I would say like we were waiting for the date to finalize the divorce because at the time I had nowhere to go, so I was living there.
So you sound like someone who doesn't like to answer my question. My question is, you were having a relationship with wife number 2 while you were living with wife number 1.
Yes, I would say yes to that question, even though like as far as feeling is concerned, no, but yes to your answer, yes.
How long were you in a relationship with wife number 2 and also living with wife number 1?
I would say I was in a relation with wife number 2 from like December till date.
And when you moved out was when? Or when you didn't live together anymore?
Pardon?
You said you met wife number 2 and were dating wife number 2 in December. When did you move out from wife number 1?
I moved out of there until I moved there, I'd say like from December. No. If I remember, I think I moved like the whole of March during the divorce period. That was when I moved for the whole 1 month. I wasn't
So there
there.
were 4 months where you were living with wife number 1, but you were in a relationship with wife number 2.
Yes.
Okay. What is your question for me?
No, I was asking like because of like the divorce and then looking at the period of the marriage, like what would it be like? Is it considered like complicated? Is it one of those straightforward applications just because the first one hadn't?
Let me ask you this. What do you think?
Well, honestly, I I don't know what the complications are in this because I'm not an expert. That
No,
is
no,
why I
no,
thought it was.
nope. I'm not asking for your expert opinion. I'm asking if somebody came and told you this convoluted, messy story that you did a terrible job of explaining their timeline. If this person presented this case to an immigration officer,
Okay.
what do you think? I mean, what do you think would happen?
Honestly, I don't know.
Come on, dude. You
No,
brought
honestly,
me, you brought me a pile of doo-doo, and you asked me, what do I think of the case? They're going to think you're a playa.
Okay.
You had a kid in Ghana that you supposedly didn't know about. You married a U.S. citizen and were shacking up with another U.S. citizen while married to the first U.S. citizen, and you're from Ghana, which for them is Nigeria light. They think every male from Ghana and Nigeria is running a scam on multiple people.
Okay.
And trying to get an immigration benefit. So if you're asking me, Jim, on a scale of 1 to 10, how messy do you think this is? I would say this is a 7.5 or 8.
Wow. Okay.
So they're not going to like anything. There's nothing that you told me that they're going to like. Are you supporting this child now in Ghana?
Yes, I am. I do.
Did you ever tell the State Department that you were married to that child's mother?
No, we were never married.
They're going to think they're going to think you're married to all three.
Oh, okay.
So you need a lawyer. You need a much better understanding of your timeline, and most of all, you need to learn how to answer questions. It was like sometimes you see this in interviews where people don't like to give a straight answer, even on the easy stuff.
Got it.
Right?
Okay.
Even on the easy stuff. So if you can't give a straight answer on the easy stuff, I mean, that timeline shit, you're going to get crucified. If you don't know your dates, you've got to know everything. You got to know the day the child was conceived. You got to know the day the child was born. You got to know the day you went to your visa interview, the day you picked up your visa, the day you got on a plane to come to the United States.
Okay.
Everything. You've got to know this shit backwards and forwards. If you do that stuff you did with me, you're dead in the water.
Got it.
All right.
Sure. So I think yes. Okay.
What's up with the new spouse? Is the new spouse cool with all this? They know all this?
Yeah, she knows everything. Actually, she knows everything that is up. Like she knows about it.
Does wife number 1 know about wife number 2 now?
No.
Does wife number 1 know about the kid back in Ghana?
Yes, she does.
I mean, if I'm USCIS and I want to put a stake in your heart, I'm going to knock on wife number 1 and get her to shit all over you. Did you and wife number 1 talk about her filing for an immigration benefit for you?
I think yes, we did, but at a point she wanted to do, and I said no, I didn't want because. So I decided I told her not to do it because I wasn't happy in the relationship. So I said she should not.
Okay, that's good. But if I were you and you were my client, I would probably make a run at her and try to get her to sign a sworn statement before you file that just says this was a real marriage. It just didn't work out. Right?
Okay.
Because that way, if they knock on her door, you already have her sworn under oath that it was real.
Okay.
Because I think they're going to do that.
Sure. Okay. So I need to reach out to her and then tell her to.
I think you need to reach out to a lawyer, our firm or somebody else, and you need to have your lawyer do it.
Okay. I think I'll do that. I think I'll have to reach out to your outfit. I played the call.
With all respect, you should not be handling your immigration case.
Sure. Okay. I think I reached out to one of your offices, and then I don't know, for some reason, because of some questions being asked, I was kind of contemplating whether that's your office because it's the same number that you put on your videos. So I tried calling, but then the way the questions were going at the point, I was like, wait a second, is that it? So I thought it was to hop on one live.
Well, just email info@hackingimmigration.com and say it's me, Maham, and I was on the show with Jim on Saturday.
Okay, sure.
All right, buddy.
Okay. Sure. Thank you so much.
Yep. Donna says, Jim, do you think this is a case you would want to touch? Yeah, this is an approvable case. It's a tough case. It's a messy case. It's approvable, but it's got to be cleaned up a lot. And this is the kind of case where you're like, don't talk so much. answer the questions, don't talk so much. But if we worked with him and practiced with him and his spouse, if it's, to me, it all comes down to the spouse. It's an approvable case. It's just way messier than it needs to be. Now, I just want to say one thing. Is it okay to be condescending because he's from Ghana? I was not condescending because he's from Ghana. I've been representing people from Ghana, and I've had people on the show for years from Ghana and Nigeria. I wasn't condescending at all. I was talking to him and explaining to him the error of his ways because he did dumb things, and he was saying dumb things, and he wasn't framing it right. So I don't believe that I was condescending at all. But we'll see. Like, it is approvable. I think that is an approvable case. Basically what you're talking about is somebody who had a child before he came to the United States, married someone. It was a very short marriage. That person never filed for an immigration benefit form. And now if he's got a super solid marriage, the first marriage cuts against it a little bit, but I think that it's a tough case, but framed the right way, that is an approvable case. He just doesn't know how to answer the questions right. Yeah, that's right. Glenn says this person needs a lot of tough love from his lawyer. I think this guy needs Amani. That's what I actually think. Amani would break him down and build him back up. All right. Jamie's here. Hello. Whoa. Jamie's out of here. TK, hello. TK, you're on mute. Nobody wants to talk to me now. They think I'm mad. I'm not mad. That's just the thing. Barbie says, I'm planning to file mandamus lawsuit against USCIS due to delays processing. Could you help? That's my favorite case, Barbie. Call us, 314-961-8200, 314-961-8200. All right. Mike, you're on mute.
Hey, Jim. Hello.
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
I'm good. I just want to say my story. Like, I went here on a tourist visa. Then after a few weeks, I started working without authorization. Then after 3 years, I got married to a U.S. citizen. And we filed for I-130 and I-485.
Yep.
Then we hired a lawyer, and he said that I might be in a fraud because I worked. After a few weeks, I got here, but at that time I didn't really work. Like, it was like I work because like there's a shortage of frontline workers, like caregiver, at that time because it was COVID. Yeah, so then my timeline is like I have work authorization right now, and I have my interview on this coming August, and the attorney filed this like the USCIS received date is June 9. What do you think about my case? Because I'm afraid of the fraud she's telling me. Because if I have misrepresentation, I want to hire you as a lawyer, so I have plans when it happened.
I appreciate that, Mike. Thank you. So when you went, was this the first time you ever had a visa to the United States when you entered on your visit visa?
Yes, so I went here 3 times. Like, first time I went here, it's like I just stayed for 1 week. It was Christmas season. Then the second time I was stayed for 5 months, but it's only for tourism, and we cross border to Canada. Then the third time is the time it was COVID, like 2021, that the last time I entered the United States and never exit.
So you had a multiple entry visa?
Yes.
And so when was the first time you came to the United States? What
The
year?
2018. 2018.
So I don't. So and when you came in 2018, when you came for that week, you came for a visit and you visited and then you went home, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then you came back to the United States?
Yeah, for 5 months, then went back again.
Yeah. So I don't think you have a fraud problem. You came on a, I mean, you came on a visit and you visited, you left, you came on a visit, you left. So what, the last time you entered, how much time between when you entered and when you went to work?
So it was January when the last time I entered, January of 2021. Then after a few weeks, or maybe let's say 3 weeks, someone offered me to do some caregiving job. Then I decided to try it on that time because they're like really need of workers.
Yeah.
Then I thought it was like easy, but I didn't the immigration law back then.
So where were you,
Because I just wanted like
where were you staying during those 3 weeks?
I stayed in my aunt's house and my grandma, because my purpose of visit is to visit my grandma too.
Okay.
Because she's sick. Yeah.
So here's the $1 million question. Are you ready?
Ready?
Did you have that job lined up before you came back to visit your grandma?
No. I never know that job, but I only knew that job because I am at my cousin's party, and she knows a lot of caregiving employee, and that's where what I found out, the shortage of frontline caregiver shortage.
So, Mike, if I were getting ready for my green card interview and it was in August and I was worried about this, I would try to develop some evidence around how you found out about this job. So, do you still work there or do you work somewhere else now?
I work somewhere else now because but when I found out that it was like, because the only thing that required them to work for them is like fingerprint. Then I never know that if I got fingerprint, I would be like banned and entering the United States again, because I got a return ticket too. I never intended to stay, but when I found out that it was my situation, then I need to decide like on that moment, like if I'm going to stay here or not. Because if I'm going back, I cannot go back here because I work.
So I don't think you have a misrepresentation problem. You came for a real reason. You came to see your mom and grandma and you stayed in their house. The job was just something you found out about after. You worked without permission, but I don't think you have a misrepresentation problem. You had 3 weeks before you even found out about the job. If you can find out from your aunt or someone else that says, "Oh yeah, he found out about the event, about the job at my party," that would be helpful to bring with you to the interview. I wouldn't pull it out right away, but if they start beating, I don't think you're going to get beat up over this. But if they start beating you up over it, say, "Look, I didn't know about this job till I got here, and here's some proof."
Okay.
Are you bringing a lawyer? Are you bringing a lawyer to your interview?
No, the contract with my lawyer is they only a phone call with when the interview is starting, just phone call with and they're on the phone. That's why I don't think we hired a good lawyer.
Which field office?
Bay Area, San Francisco.
Yeah, you might want to bring a lawyer with you. I would.
Oh, okay. But if I don't get my green card and like the worst happen, can I contact you like for
Sure. Yeah.
whatever?
Let us know. Let us know either way how it goes. Okay.
Okay, I'll let you know, Jim. Thank you.
Bye, Mike. See you, buddy.
Bye bye.
That brother's just trying to do the right thing, man. He comes, it's fucking COVID, he's staying with grandma, goes to a party. Hey, you want to come work? Yeah, I'll come work. He shouldn't have been working, no doubt about it, but he's married a U.S. citizen, so that's forgiven. So I don't think he has a misrepresentation problem. He came 2 times before. He fulfilled the purpose of the visa, but I understand why he's asking. K1 to adjustment filer. Hello.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Good. I called you a few weeks ago. I was the guy that became the joint sponsor for our friend while my wife's adjustment was pending.
Okay.
And you remember that? You gave me advice on how to handle it at the interview.
Yeah.
And you said to come back and let you know how it went. So the interview was fantastic. The officer was an angel. I gotta give her props.
Awesome.
So at the end, where they always ask you, do you have anything else for me? Do you have any questions? I followed your advice. And I said, I brought it up in kind of a roundabout way. I said, do you need to know, or do you care if in the very near future, our household size is going to go from 2 to 3? Because obviously I can't claim her until she gets her green card, because there's no place else to claim her.
Yeah.
And so the officer said, no, I don't care. And but then she was so friendly with us, and she was great. She was talking about our story. She was very involved with it. And she's like, but I gotta know. She's like, I don't have to know, but I want to know what's going on. So I told her, I said, listen, we became great friends with another member of my wife's home country community here, and I told her the whole story about the husband and the I-864 RFE. And she goes, well, aren't you two just the best friends in the world? And she goes, no, I don't care at all. And we got approved the next day.
Nice.
Yeah. So I just wanted to let you know, you said to fill you in on how it went, and that's how it went, and didn't make any bit of difference at all.
Does she have her physical green card?
No, that we got the approval notice, but the card has not changed to produced yet.
All right. Well, congrats. Thanks so much for the call. I'm glad it all worked out.
Thanks for the advice, Jim. You're a huge help.
See you, brother.
Bye-bye.
We like those calls when people call back and tell us good stuff. Let's go to Jamie. Jamie, you there? Still on mute. Oh, Jamie. How about TK? TK, are you there? All right. TK's out of here. Jamie's out of here. Let's go to AO. AO, hello. Hello, AO. I don't know what's going on. Oh, let's see who we got in the waiting room. I know there's a lot of people in there. Let's see. George is here. Hello, George.
Hi, Jim.
Morning. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Good. I'm a long-time listener and first-time calling, so I'm kind of
that's my favorite.
Nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Get upset.
No, I'm not going to get upset.
So, I'm a U.S. citizen. I want a petition for my mom and dad, but there is a situation with them. So they're a full. They had a full custody of my nephew. He had autism, and I was wondering if I can include him in the petition as well.
Doesn't work that way. How old is the kid?
I think he's 6 or 5.
Have they adopted him?
Well, so there has been an issue between my brother and he was girlfriend, never got married.
Yeah.
So my brother is over here, but he has no status. So he's still taking care of him, but his mom, she just left him with my parents. She didn't want to deal with him anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
But as far as right now, your brother and his mother still have legal connection to him, right?
Other than the birth certificate, I don't think they have anything else. No.
Well, but what I mean is their parental rights have not been terminated. Your parents can't hope to bring your nephew unless first his parents' rights are terminated and they get custody of him under the courts where he lives, right?
Right. Oh, so yeah. I'm sorry. So yes, they I think they have the judge ordered my mom and dad to.
Okay.
They have some paperwork from
Okay.
from the court. Yeah.
So let's assume that your parents have legal custody over your nephew, okay?
Right.
Or let's just say he's your little brother and he was only 6. Let's just pretend like that, okay? Just so I can illustrate the next point.
Okay.
You can't sponsor your nephew or little brother through your parents. What has to happen is you file for green cards for both of your parents. Then when they get approved, they come to the United States and they apply for him. And then they can either both or one of them can go back home on a reentry permit and wait for his case to process. And then once he gets approved through them, then they can all come together.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Does that make sense? So
yes.
In other words, first you have to get mom and dad status, then they can apply for their son, your brother or nephew, and
Right.
that's how it's like a 2-step process, not a 1-step process. You can't file for him through them.
Okay, that makes sense. So, well, now I have another question, if you will mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, my brother, I think he's dating. He's in relationship with a new citizen, and then planning to get married, get real.
Yeah.
So let's say he got married her, and she filed a petition for him. And what if they already have my mom and dad? Let's say they already got their green card and they already have a petition for my nephew. How's that gonna work? Can he submit another application for my nephew or not?
Not if his parental rights have been terminated, like you said.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
Yes, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense.
Thanks, George. Thanks for the call. See, I didn't get mad, did I?
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Bye, brother. All right, everyone. That'll do it for today's show. We'll be back. Probably not tomorrow. I'm taking a day off tomorrow. I'm gonna smoke some brisket tomorrow. My Father's Day gift has not been used. It's a big green egg, so I'm gonna smoke some brisket. I just took it out to defrost today. I'll season it up tonight and then smoke that bad boy all day in the backyard. Just jumping in the pool, read my book all day long. How about that? I'm just about done with 100 Years of Solitude, which has to be one of the best novels ever written. I can't tell you how much I love it. It's so freaking good. My favorite thing in a novel is when all the pieces of all the chapters come back in the end. And I think I'm on the second to last chapter, and it might be the best chapter of any book I've ever read. What am I reading next? Well, there's this crime writer named Anthony Horowitz from England. He writes these books called The Magpie Murders. I have one of those. But then another one of my favorite authors is a guy named S.A. Cosby. He writes these sort of shit kicker books from down south. So when we go up to Michigan for the beach, I'm going to read those two. I hope you guys all have a great weekend, great rest of the night. We'll be back on Monday. Let's see what time on Monday. If you want to know for sure. Oh yeah, I'm going to be flying. I'm going to be in Dallas. So I will probably do a show around 5 o'clock on Monday, but stay tuned. Text the word show, SHOW, to 314-470-3300, and you'll get a text when we go live. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of disease.